Let's get to that big story where the International Energy Agency, or the IEA, today released a new World Energy Outlook report in which the agency forecasts that the global demand for oil will peak by the year 2030. The IEA says that although fossil fuel will still be in demand, the race to alternative clean energy is already in motion. Let's take a listen to some of the presentations at the report launch held earlier today in Paris.
A global peak of fossil fuels doesn't mean that all the countries of the world, their fossil fuels will peak. For example, we see that especially oil and gas consumption will increase in several developing and emerging countries, while they see a sharp decline in the advanced economies. And it also doesn't mean that we do not need any more investment in oil and gas. We will still be using oil and gas, and if we want to reach our climate targets, less and less, but still we need that oil and gas to come to markets, especially given the fact that many oil and gas fields are in decline. So we need that money definitely less than today in order to have that oil and gas, declining amount of oil and gas come to the markets. And again, this peak, dear colleagues, we see doesn't mean that we are in line with our climate targets. World Energy Outlook expects that the global emissions will peak in 2025 and then decline slightly, but we are still, with the current policies in place, in line with the temperature increase 2.4 degrees Celsius, which is much higher than the scientists tell us 1.5 is the limit. So therefore, there is a need to have a much stronger clean energy policies. So this is the first message I wanted to share with you. The second message is in another part of our energy world. It is about the natural gas markets. We are in the energy world, we still have the fresh recent memories of the natural gas market tightness, if I may say so, and very high prices, volatile prices after the 24th of February 2 years ago. And this, of course, created a major sense of gas insecurity, high prices and volatile markets, and lots of gas supply security concerns. But World Energy Outlook, again looking at a project by project around the world, comes up with the message that around 2025 and after, substantial amount of new LNG capacity is coming to the market, mainly from United States and Qatar, but from other countries as well. And starting from 2025, the amount of new LNG coming to markets will be about 50% what we already have. And this will, we expect, have a impact on the gas markets around the world. And at the same time, this would ease the supply concerns and also put a downward pressure on the prices. And from that point of view, it is important for in our view, natural gas exporters need to think which destination around the world they would like to sell their gas, as it may create challenges for the sellers, and the markets will go in the direction of being a buyer's market. Dear colleagues, I have two other points to make before I give the floor to my friends and colleagues, Lara Kozy and Tim Gould. There is one issue which is in my view, and surprisingly, not much discussed, which is the issue of China. In the last 10 years, when you look at the last 10 years in the energy markets, if there is one country, okay, which determined the oil, gas, coal, and the clean energy trends, it is by far China. China's role in the energy markets is outsized. If I give you a few numbers, in the last 10 years, about 2/3 of the global oil consumption growth came from China. About 1/3 of the global natural gas consumption growth came from China. And almost all the growth in coal consumption growth came from China.